August 23rd, 2016. Guys, I promised to do an update on this as the last reports came in from this afternoon. Now, they will update this through the night. But you got Gaston. It's still tropical storm. It's at 65 miles per hour. Remember, 74 is where you go into hurricane status. But now they've upgraded Invest 99. 50% chance of cyclone formation in 48 hours. They're paying very close attention to it. Satellite images, surface observations, and radar from the Lesser Antilles indicate that a broad area of low pressure associated with a tropical wave a couple of 100 miles east of the Lesser Antilles has become a little better defined. Although environmental conditions are only marginally conducive for development, this system could become a tropical depression during the next day or two while it moves west-northwest. Now, this is the one I've been concerned about the entire time. Gaston is still going to go and do the North Atlantic recurve, we hope. But check this model out. It hasn't changed, and now it's in the red zone. It's 70% chance. I'm going to a 5-day forecast. Again, same information basically in the paragraph, just a 70% chance of cyclone formation in 5 days is key. But it says another Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft is scheduled to investigate this tomorrow. Guys, this could be a game changer. And if it doesn't, if it fizzles out, I will be happier than any of you guys out there. A couple of things on this map that concern me. Of course, Invest 99, you got the tropical storm behind it. And I'll pull this up, and we're going to look in the Gulf of Mexico. We've got a front that's coming off of Georgia, guys, that reminds me of the video I did a few weeks ago, about 3 days before Louisiana started flooding. We'll look at that. But Invest 99 is breaking in two. It's starting to actually have two rotation points. It's elongated. You can see it kind of stretched out. But if you look very closely, there's a rotation in the bottom that probably will be the engine of the main storm. The top also is starting to close in. It's not one system anymore. It's starting to break into two. But look at the Gulf of Mexico coming off the Florida Peninsula, coming out of Georgia. This afternoon as the heat increased. Look at that storm. That's one of the hottest areas on the entire map as far as cloud top and the amount of rainfall. Eerily, it reminds me of the video I did 2 weeks ago, about 4 or 5 days before Louisiana started getting this flood. We had the same situation set up with the large amount of moisture coming off the Gulf. And look at the rotation there, guys. It's clockwise, not cyclonic, anti-cyclonic. As far as it's going clockwise, but you see the storms start to burst up over Texas, central Mississippi, but right there coming out of Georgia and then to Florida. Guys, we need to watch this. Louisiana was the worst hit. They're still reeling from this. And maybe that will fizzle out in the Gulf, but that's very warm water that's going over, guys. If this could set up to be a very bad situation. We're going to look at NOAA wind speed. And you can see that here's the tropical storm. There's the remnants of Fiona. And there's that pattern in the Gulf that's going to sweep that heavy rain back into Louisiana, Texas. But right here, this storm is breaking apart. Look at the NOAA wind speed map. You have a section at the top that's starting to close in, and I'm going to pull down to the bottom. Now, the wind speed there doesn't seem as impressive, but that's where the highest clouds are, and there's a rotation point right there, and there's one above it. Now, the top storm seems to be getting more wind shear. How will that affect the other one? I don't know. These are kind of new scenarios, guys, but let's look at the ocean waves and overlaid with the sea temperature. And you can see that the purple is the hottest water. So that matters in the fact that storm's coming off of Georgia and the Florida Peninsula, guys, as it hits that warm water that's very moist, set up to be an engine for a hurricane. It could continue to flood into Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas. It's not something any of us need, but we need to be aware of it. We pull this back out. these temperatures are going to continue to get warmer. It's past all the cold spots. And if you notice coming off the East Coast, it's not just the Gulf of Mexico, but look at the area that continues outward there in the purple. So it's not going to take long before these storms sense that heat and that moisture, and they're going to start to strengthen coming into there. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But look up north, guys. Let's look at Iceland, the UK, and that area. One of the largest areas that are spinning in the entire Atlantic. The temperatures are reminding me of a very cold winter. And I've done videos about that, mini ice age. Don't forget about that. This is our storms. This is 99 Invest. This is the one we're watching. Notice the purple model, which is Canadian MC. Remember earlier today that went up the coastline. Now it's pulling way out and staying off the coast. But just with the patterns that we're seeing of the wind, I hope they're right, but I don't think they are. I think we're going to see this come across the Florida Peninsula, or at least go straight up it into Georgia if it does not go into the Gulf. Each day the models are changing, but look at the pattern here. Again, watch what they've done this afternoon with the storm coming off of the coast of Florida from Georgia. Just that round pattern that we're been seeing for about 2 or 2.5 weeks. Moisture's building. Here's Invest 99. It's breaking into 2 storms. The top one may get sheared apart. The bottom one is really cranking up. Guys, it's a heads up. We're watching this. I don't know what else to say other than Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas. Just as you're starting to dry up, and I say we or you, it's all of us, as we're starting to dry up and trying to clean things up, we think we may have a week before the storm gets here, and then the storm comes off the coast of Georgia. I've seen it before, so as we're trying to get ready for a larger storm, the rain and the winds hamper all those efforts. We're watching it. It's a heads up. Be safe.